Hello viewers, this is the Darknet 97 presenting you Fire Emblem 6 Project Ember Maniac mod. So today doing chapter 12, as you can see. All done the preps to save time, but here we go, divided the team into two squads, which is the goal of this map anyway. So the goal is obviously to seize the throne. That's the usual FE6 stuff. And probably a side objective to get a treasure chest ASAP, and the typical playthrough will probably recruit Cat around here, but I'm gonna recruit her a lot later than usual. Just because she's gonna have higher bases of recruiter later. So basically, Project Ember Cat has all level stats, and let's say the later recruiter, the better the stats will be. It doesn't make it amazing or anything, but it's still something I appreciate having. Let's put it that way. And we do a trade chain on a steel axe. Just first, this honestly doesn't matter. Normally what I've done is check with Mage Knight Luke first. Kind of forgot the real. I don't know how much, maybe third or fourth attempt of recording this. So normally check with Luke, and naturally the fighter barely have HP for it. Gives the one shot the steel axe. The seal is annoying a bit, but it's not nothing you can't take care of. But it would have made lives a lot easier if we pull up one of the crits around here. And this squad has a lot of side objectives too. They're not particularly gonna attack in the first few turns for the most part. That's because I need to dump them stat boosters, promotion items, and so on. And I stole it for aren't exactly combat units, so as you can see, I'm putting a speed wing and a seraph robe on Echidna just because I'm gonna get a juggernaut in a way. Especially if I put a saint scroll on her, so basically I was going to the Project Ember Discord, and Brunella just recommended to put me in a favorite unit because there are lots of units who definitely need a scroll, so might as well pick a favorite. So my first choice is Percival, but I don't think a party needs it. I think Echidna with the 2 stat boosters will probably carry me through the end game, minus doubling all his extremely fast heroes and sword masters, which I'll have to get to deal with it. Let's put it that way. And here we go, get a bit of Falcon Knight, which is in Shana. Normally Shana would be on par with Tia, minus its strength, but since it's a 0% growth, she's stuck at the basis and promo greens, so which means Shana, I don't want to use Shana unless I plan to use rescue drops, and even then I have Shen, so I think I won't be using Shana for unless I need a specific rescue strat, There you go, finally this guy is in his rank in Axis. And one of the goals to get Geese to his rank. As good as Echidna is, her weapon ranks are pretty far off from S rank or even A rank, so and I don't think I'll likely get it that far to S or A, but we'll see about that. I might be wrong, I might be right. I may be one of the first people is doing this in 0% growth besides the playtesters who is Legius, if I remember right. No, it's definitely Legius, but maybe there are more people, for all I know. And the reason I'm gonna use a full move is pretty simple. Gonna explode Canton, get out of there in the next turn and cover more distance basically. Yes, Klein, fairly good honestly. Might use him even if we get better bow units. Depending on how many slots I have, but if I have a slot for him, definitely gonna bring him for sure. Highly accurate chips, pretty hard. Bows are effective against flyers. Can't hit most enemies without take counter, and I'm not gonna expose him to get counters anyway, except with the exception of bow units. And let's say I'll try my best not to expose him to physical combat, at least not getting hit. And I definitely don't want to face that pirate there. Braveax does weigh him down, so he will double lordless units in the first lance. But they're typically tank, but 20 strength and I guess 10 minor Braveax means most of my units are getting 0 KO'd even just with a Braveax alone, so I'm either going to avoid him or use a tanky unit to just hopefully take him down or shift him to a point where someone else is taking him down. Or since that priest is physic, hopefully divert him too, just so that a whole lot of big range stats can do. There's a shaman around there, so Shin is gonna bait that guy. The side kinda lacks healing for the most part, but we'll be fine with what we have. Especially since I have a general and no matter the bow. It'll be rare we'll have a chance to take damage. Feron first glance seems better than Rutger, but don't get me wrong, she has high bases. I mean, in fact, one of the best offensive bases can get. But a con and a weapon rank, and the fact that she's fairly likely prevent her from reaching S rank probably until way later if I do manage to reach it. So this is speaking of changes, it's kinda nice that this bishop East doesn't have a a sleep staff like did in the vanilla version. That made it a bit more annoying to face, but I mean it's certainly not manageable, but I definitely needed 2 C rank staff users around the place, and unfortunately I mean I do have Sol, so it's not like could have covered it, but let's just say status staves are annoying ones. They just disable it is annoying for the most part. Fates probably does it right, I guess, in a way. Hex Rod staves don't body disable you. They reduce the stats, like Hexing Rod reduces HP by half, and I guess Enfeeble reduces your stats by 4. Then there's Entrap, which pretty much takes the player to the enemy, so you'll want to be careful where you place your units and all, but it's not annoying like Berserk or Sleep. I mean, it's nice when it comes in your favor, but generally speaking, we wouldn't like to deal with status staves. It was preferable. There are places where it's well designed, but it's just not my preference for the most part. So we dive at priest, so we can move a bit freely until we deal with most of the enemies in this narrow corridor. That narrow corridor down there, and the sniper is a brave bow. I think Buddy dangerous here, except a lot of damage and a minor chance of crit. Literally minor chance, if I should say so myself. And the earlier version is guides 30 crit, and trust me, you want to face 30 crits in a sniper. Huge zone control, and One of the reasons I didn't want to kill it Pirate was the hero Chris too, so we have options. So it's either going to be Astral for promoting for extra movement. It's probably next map. I need to decide. Gonzalez if I need a bulkier Berserker, it's fairly hard. The race is going to be fairly similar, so depends where you want the bulkier Berserker, slightly bulkier Berserker, I mean, and slightly better weapon ranks. In fact, I think it'll probably have rank in this map. Or you want a glass cannon that hits like a truck, so both and bad choices, and Gonzalez does his job even if he can't use armads. 23 a killer axe of 20 strength is, and probably 60 crit is nothing to be joked about. Sadly I like 6 extra crit because of formula. I mean, not Geese is far off. Gotta say this is a much better skill minus 10 for crit is a lot better formula. It's a lot fairer for units with low luck and so on. Gonna divert priest towards us. I mean a bishop. I usually like to take care of him in this turn, but let's just see it. Don't think I'll be able to pull it off. Yeah, we're gonna load a warrior around there to Riptide. Definitely don't want to place him at a specific spot because one of the fighters can attack Geese with the short axe, and combined at the warrior is likely gonna die. It's definitely gonna die, honestly. Especially if they hit, so don't want to take a risk. Using a Rico bow just have a high chance of crit. Rather I'll use a Rico bow, but since there are a lot of killer bows lying around, but oh, I don't have to worry about having bows that's for sure. So when in range of 2 enemies, I do like to dive a bishop towards one of my units, but or at least a shaman towards one of my units, whichever works. Okay, I've got to unlock staff and Larine just in case I needed to open a door. I don't think I'll be needing it. Yeah. There you go, get a Lance Reaver. Very powerful option given the Lance wielders around there, but okay. As you can see, don't want to attack him if I can't kill him, but it shouldn't be hard with a javelin lying around, honestly speaking. And there you go, take care of that guy. You want to be cautious about moving around the next treasure room and the side just because there's a generated bow and it's soldiers with short spears, so getting a treasure can be quite, let's put it, risky. Hindsight, I should get more healing items, but we'll be fine. So general and generals can take a lot of hits. And as long as they're doubled, of course. But the abuse is a fair amount of speed, so it likely won't be doubled. As you can see, there's Swordmaster and General around there, I forgot to mention. So, the General moves around, so I really want to load him on the side where Echidna is. Echidna, Fair, and all those guys. And you see a Shaman around there that's Rake, and Rake doesn't move, so doesn't matter if I'm in this range. And this priest prefers healing over, attacking, so definitely works in my favor. Now you can see the mages around there. I don't think most of yours can handle 2 of them, so we'll try loading at least 1 and see how it goes. Okay, so Jesus. Gonna load at a fighter too, but we definitely need to heal him otherwise. I don't think this is gonna survive. So, if you have lesser enemies have it on a choke point, better. If you ask me. Obviously gonna take this no sort of guys since it's hard and doesn't counter 3 range, so might as well use it to my advantage. As you can see, I have 2 archers around there. And sadly, I don't think Debbie is in range of physics, so here's where I use unlock stuff, just comes into use. Gonna take her on a chest key and I don't know, move around. You can see definitely don't want to place it. That's a bad idea. I'm just gonna risk it, drop him back. Gonna use a Kinna instead just to take care of the guy. Now inside is given an axe, but since I kind of dump stat boosters on her, I definitely like the flexibility to sword here, so I didn't give a Kinna a strong axe besides a personal axe. It kind of weighs it down too, so I'm gonna give it a body ring in chapter 13 if I do manage to get it. It just did hit you hard and slowed on your advance in a way. I mean, now you can't deal with it. Our worst things can deal in this game, so. Okay, Logan's gonna dance. Get dance, probably move around. Yeah, guess we did a job. Could have rescued him maybe, but didn't really think of it at that moment. Nah, forgot it's just gonna deal this fight with that. Sadly, we do not crit. That would have made it work a lot easier. Yeah, this was a bit risky. Should have proceeded a bit more carefully. So you can see, Clan could easily died there. And this cat, I think this thing's more than that bit. Let's just skip it for now. Now it is a general on there. We got a magic, but luckily our units at 2 killer bows, so hopefully a proc crits. And if we can't proc crits, you have an armor square lying around. But that did be a last resort. You get a brave bow that I was gonna keep any buoyant offense fairly consistent through the game, well, with the exception of the early game ones. As you can see, Clarine isn't exactly hitting the full amount even because of low base magic and 0% growth, so you can see she is hitting a healing limit, but luckily we do have recover staves, we can buy them later on, so that won't be an issue. Definitely avoid it if I definitely, she's gonna fall off soon enough. That sage doesn't move around, so the sage is in range, so I'm gonna kill this guy. Logan's gonna rescue him. Yeah, Lena can heal them up, so healing won't be an issue. Maybe next turn. Let's see where Archer can move. Either way, it's good I just get V's up front. It's kinda running the circus a lot better than Swan Masters and 0% growth for the most part. I guess that's what 0% growth does to you. The game. I mean, there's certain points that Swan Masters are going to be a lot better, obviously, just because it'll be one of yours can double. At least without huge exceptions. Like combat guards like Percival and all these good units basically. As you can see, Cat is going towards the doors, but you can technically nab all chests without risk, so fine in that regard. And you want to beat this map ASAP, not because even if you're not an NDC, just because Project Ember is going to force you to rush placing high quality reinforcements, so principle isn't, theory isn't bad, but it's not bad on this map, but let's say it can get worse later on. So ideally put in hard to reach high quality reinforcements when you're pretty sure you want to play to rush and you're pretty sure the player is going to finish the map well. Finish the map within certain amount of turns reliably for a probably good player, I guess. A highly skilled player. There's a short spear guy, nothing you can't deal with. Yeah, here's where I appreciate a shot of the hand axe, but we can deal with stuff. Yeah, this won't be a choke point, at least not that much of a choke point. Seriously, yeah. Maybe Sword Masters are a bit better in accuracy. Lord guy, it shouldn't be hard loading them. Don't double most of my units, it's just most of my units can't take 2 hits from a fighter or a warrior either, so just don't want to take too many of them at one particular turn. Yeah, on hindsight should have healed up line first. I think Project Ember has put its neat cracks in the walls where you can potentially reduce the divide between your two squads, but probably don't want to do it right away. Pretty much got any treasure chest, so Cat is kind of blocking the way. Don't particularly want her to get attacked either. And we might as well take this turn to heal up her. Let's say yours are going to be used in combat. As you can see, Cat has pretty good bases in almost every stat except defense and strength. Strength is kind of average for 0% growth unit. Definitely on the lower side on the growth unit for sure. So she basically auto levels to a point where the growth units like it will be in a vanilla version at the end game if you recruit her there. It's gonna make the later maps a lot more anti-turtling heavy in a way. She basically arrives in any castle which has a lot of treasure. so basically 16 I guess, then 20 in Sakia Relia, and finally chapter 22 and Burn. She's gonna move around. There's one more door she has to open, but can't deny the fact that she's choking at point on there makes it a bit more annoying. And the reinforcements are gonna arrive. As you'll say, reinforcements are not particularly fun to deal with in this mod. Starting from this chapter, at the very least. I mean, last chapter did have reinforcements, but we didn't have to deal with them honestly. Finished most of the map by that point. There's a general, definitely want to be careful where you place your units around the general. Especially the frailer ones. Gonna give a kind of armor slash, she's gonna be the one to load it. General around here. Wondering why I'm not bothering about A-rank staves that much compared to FE6, vanilla FE6, where I guess Saul will probably be the definitely option of promote and 0% growth run, just because of the high staff rank. At least he'll reach A rank as soon as possible relatively compared to the rest of the cast. But we do a lot of options to reach B and above, so it's not like we have problem with staves except for warp. We're gonna get a warper by then, by default, so don't have to worry about no warp shenanigans. Project Ember does incentivize warping by just putting all these side objectives like recruitable units, treasure chests and so on, so I mean if you're not missing the treasure it can definitely go warp, but there's generally good stuff on those chests, so here Bravex kind of overkill, but prevents him from taking counters, so that's pretty much what I need at the moment, just in case I need to fight more reinforcements. As you can see, Geese has reached S rank, so I don't have to bring him if I don't want to. If I want to raise someone else or need some specific unit, I don't have a slot for him, but he is such a good unit that I very likely won't do that. Yeah, should have prepared heal stuff on Lilina right there, but kind of forgot to do it in the preps. Kind of funny when, especially since I recorded like 3 times I guess, the movie format. And as you can see, Lilina is really close to ranking Anatomes and she's halfway there to reach Warp. Won't reach it by 14, but hopefully she'll reach it by chapter 21 at the very least. I guess switch to a Brave Sword, which is fine by me. This guy's an axe saver, so typical corner to hammer doesn't work, so by default you can't use a, let's say, a pre-promoted Western Island unit, so that is Bacha Reketna. At least not a typical way that you would envision a hammer and smack it to the general's face. Reketna does a sword and Bacha does a bow, so not particularly impossible to deal with, just want to be careful where you place units. As you can see, his reinforcements keep spawning for a few turns, so it's not particularly hard to deal with once you get out of the danger zone, but definitely don't want to face them either if you have to. There you go. Nowhere into much as usual. Still an 8 more mounted unit is kind of nice, but let's just say we have alternatives of paladins, so paladins don't sadly do a lot, at least not right now. Later you get Percival, is definitely the best unit you can hope to get in this game, so of course you're gonna be bulky units, you're gonna be faster units, you're gonna be units you can with better offense, but none of them can juggernaut like Percival can. Maybe with the exception of that. Maybe with the exception of certain units with the stat boosters. Like Echidna, for instance, because of a personal axe, and generals who can generally take hits. Don't really get powerful units like Percival. Even at 0% growth, and probably just a speed wing will just be set. If you don't want to kill 16 credit killer bow, he does have some insane luck, doesn't she? Definitely don't want to block her particularly, just in case she wants to get out of there. As you can see, the heroes are going Echidna crit. It's kind of amusing that Echidna crit a lower crit weapon and Fed and crit a weapon, especially the device to crit. That Swordmaster is beefy as hell. Not like beefy, like is inflated, let's put it that way. The speed is almost capped, the strength is kinda halfway there. So don't really face him with anything except the general. That is, you want to lower him. You want to kill him offensively, best bet is probably a Bravo unit. Or you can chip at a boy and kill him with someone else. That works too. As you see, just gonna pull it out. I'm gonna recover fairly accurate, high crit. That's gonna open the way for Cat to open the door and only prepare yourself to reach a throne. So, as you can see, the dangerous reinforcements, but luckily you don't have to face them. You play fast enough, and if you're familiar with FE6, you're definitely gonna play this fast for sure. Not only because of guidance, but the chapter generally goes a lot faster than you'd expect. Might as well heal Debias just in case you need it. It's probably gonna just break a wall around there just in case you want to move around. Luckily I don't think a priest. There's a priest there with a sleep staff. The second in the vanilla version there's a priest with a sleep staff around there. So it kinda sucks in a way, but finally recruit Reagan the next chapter. Probably the best combat mage you can get in this game. Maybe besides Hugh and 10k gold. Speaking of gold, I want to save 10k for Hugh, so Probably won't be spending a lot, but what do we get right now? At least Yuga is just gonna be a shittier. I don't know, mage. And Stage you can potentially be one of broken units if you don't balance them properly either, so. Kind of funny how a unit is banned in a vanilla version and probably becomes broken if you just buff them to what people normally expect. There you go, get Rig. As a personal Nostalgia 2 with a Reaver effect. Pretty good, but let's just say I want to use it sparingly, if possible. And a good trade on Guiding Ring too. Obviously to, Rig there. It's lucky you do have treasure trade to do this. Nice stuff, honestly. It's probably good to block all the stairs. You never know if there are reinforcements spawning around there. Just moving in Shin just in case you need chip damage. A lot more units you can definitely block the areas, so wanna push Rudger as close as possible to the throne. Doesn't pretty one shot with Durandal, but it's probably just a basis. It's just probably 0% growth, so I don't particularly get no strength. That'll just give me 5 strength, but it's sadly not enough to zero one hit kill this guy. So 0 kill. As you can see, his reinforcements keep spawning, but you don't have to face those heroes if you kill this boss in this turn, sees turns, so sees a throne, so that's precisely what you're gonna do. As you can see, these wyverns with beefed up have wide variety of weapons, especially lords. Can't particularly predict what they have, so the generic wyvern lords will just expect them to be flying generals. As you can see, they do have a wide variety of weapons. At least the heroes can predict mostly as swords and occasional axes. You can see it's not one-shotting, it's just because it doesn't have more strength as well. It's nothing to worry about. Just need some chip damage and we'll be fine. Gets a massive 24 magic and 17 speed is really high with 14 defense and around 40 HP. With Nosferatu could tank even in a vanilla version, but yes, just gonna do 37. It's just not really a combat unit for sure, but hits high, has a decent amount of speed, and 14 defense means you can take at least one hit if it isn't from a brave weapon, so if I need that, that's all I need. If I need extra damage, you can use Rake for that. There you go. Ayn is dead pretty easily with a couple of chip damage and a crack from Rutger, so kind of worried how I'm going to deal with later bosses with Wilson and Rutger, but let's see, it was wise for the future. Might as well pull all this extra juicy healing. As you can see, Clarin it's 12. Staff XP is gonna boost it for sure, and his The hack, Project Ember hack. Around maybe 5 points. So, heal gives you 15 maybe. I don't think it's a huge difference between multiple staves for the most part. I mean, I know Fire Emblem 6 can pull it off since Unlock gives me 30 and Warp gives me a lot more if I remember correctly, so. It's not hard to pull off, but there's not a huge difference between, let's say, heal and mend, heal and physic, heal and recover, heal and barriers, you know, all that stuff. And 13 turns, so, well, that should be it for this map. Like, subscribe and share, and see you in the next video. And until then, goodbye.